Hello, party people. This is Cheshire, and I've been busy trying to set up bots and stuff that are only half working, so whatever. I have already drafted a deck, so we should probably check it out. I was trying to go white-black zombies and push it again, but unfortunately got cut off on a lot of the black that I wanted. So it's this weird hybrid, a cross between embalm zombie and white zombie with a splash of black. I don't know if it's gonna work. I keep cracking Oketras, and I don't really know why. Thank you, Wisebot, for telling me I'm online. That's great. um, so we'll try this out. I don't know. I got 2 Floodwaters, and I feel like I should be playing 2, but they're hella expensive, and we're only running 16 lanes in this build, which I feel is probably way improper. I feel like it should probably be running more than that. We did manage to get the fetid pools, which is nice, I guess. All my bots are coming online. Yes, drafting bad, all the bad drafting. Look at my badness. It is bad. It is terrible. But hopefully I can embalm some stuff and token out, and then make all my tokens flying vigilance with this guy here, whose name I never remember. Avon Wind Guide. We'll see. As you'll probably notice at the moment, it's going to be popping up weird, and I hope I've got these on, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to hear events and stuff that happen, because again, I'm not running 2 screens, I'm only running the 1 screen. And I have a couple of bots set up now, so there should be like things like what was it? Plant the bomb, I think. Plant. There we go. Plant the bomb. So there's games and stuff on my Twitch now, and eventually I want to try and find a bot that I can use to sculpt an entire DBZ mud into my chat, because that sounds like a really great idea, but it probably isn't, to run an entire mud while you're online. But interaction, yo. Not an advertisement, literally just love Dr. Pepper. I'm a big fan. And it is 5 p.m. So let's jump in. Let's have some games. Let's have some fun. Probably lose bad thanks to drafting bad, but whatever. Who cares, right? I think I'm looking at the right one. It might be up here. I don't think so. I think we're on this camera. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. I think that's still too loud. So how are you, Big Bad Kaiju? 100 bits from Big Bad Kaiju. And this is going to look messy, because now I'm going to check it out and see. I missed it. How it looked. Okay, so Game of Hend. Thank you very much. That will make me indeed wish to draft even more terribly. Actually, you know what? This hand's not so bad. Gustwalker. Cartouche of Knowledge under the Gustwalker. It's going to make it pretty big when it wants to attack. Especially flying. Somebody's actually playing a sun-scorched desert, guys. What's going on here? Shenanigans. Sure, I'll take that 1 point of damage. That's fine, I guess. I also was trying to go originally blue-white cycling, but that also failed because somebody took all the cycling stuff and left me with 3 of these damn sentinels. Have seen worse 7-card hand in the past. Yeah, I've had 7 worse 7-card hands in the past. Such as my usual, where I get absolutely... Ooh. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Do I Sacred Cat and then cartouche it next turn, or do I Gustwalker and then cartouche it because it's pushing through more damage over the lifelink? First blood is important, I agree. Alright, I think here... Like, I really want to get the Sacred Cat going and offsetting any damage, but I feel like Gustwalker's probably going to be a better choice. There we go, Gustwalker, do your thing. Then again, who knows people's intentions these days, right? I mean, look at the American president. And thank you very much for the bits. I hope that it popped up and it looked pretty. Do I have a feeling that one of the interfaces isn't working properly because it looked like it came up with the actual bits icon and not the Scott Pilgrim one. Hey, look, somebody's actually playing Tormenting Voice and Sealed. Like, I think that's a bad choice, but is it just because I'm drafting bad? I'm a terrible human and I don't care. I'm gonna let that through. I don't care about your measly 2 points of damage. Plains, plains. Sacred cat, sacred cat. Bits looked very pretty. Layout is pretty excellent, excellent. Still has some work to go, but it's so hard trying to figure it all out when a lot of the time you can hit like tests and stuff, but you won't actually really see it until it's actually going. Do I want to exert? I don't think I do I? I mean, really, I've got flying, just because it's +1/+1 if I exert, and I think I'd rather just snap my opponent for 3 and then watch them burn it with their own trial in a second. Because we are drafting badly, badly drafting. Maybe I'll make a new separate theme song just for drafting bad. And tomorrow, oh, it's hooked onto everything. Tomorrow, I have to go to a sound place and get them to have a look at this for me, because I have a feeling that the mixer is fine. This is the UK mixer that I spent like £50 on, I think, like almost $100 Australian for the weekend's drafting bad. So hopefully they can tell me what bits are missing from it to make it all work properly, because it's frustrating right now, and it makes me very worried. This is where I need a swamp. Just need a swamp. How many swamps am I playing? I don't remember. I'm gonna let that through. I could have blocked on the cat, but I'm an idiot. That's fine. A Ketra, but no lands. Makes me sad. First strike and blah blah. Yeah, okay. I think next time we'll just block his whatever the heck it's called on the sacred cat. Pathmaker Initiate. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked. So of course you activate on the prowess, and then the prowess creature wouldn't have been able to be blocked. Yeah, that's fine. Red creature spells costing our opponents 1 less, and when they play them, they get to draw and discard. Rummage. Yay. Discard and draw? It's draw and discard, it's the other one, it's looting. No, it is discarding first. Yeah, it's rummage. Okay, so here, we're going to use the cat. Surprising absolutely no one. Giving us a life, because we can entomb anyway. Allows us to use our mana. Oh, alright, so we're going to cartouche. Probably with the Gust Walker, I think. Well, yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3. Could have put it on the cat, but the cat's going to have, like, the lifelink anyway. So now we're going to have a 4/4 flyer lifelink, which is going to make it real hard for our opponents to actually do anything with. Put the -1/-1 on our opponent's prowess creature, meaning that our opponent really has to work to get that prowess triggers out, which is great for us. Let's embalm a kitty. Come back to life, my beautiful kitty. Get rid of that. Always cat. Cat forever. I agree. Catman forever. Because it's Batman? Oh, okay, I'll stop. Let's see here. Exert would be 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Nah, we'll just attack our opponent, I think. We don't need to exert just yet. So for drafting that, this deck actually isn't going too terribly. Could have been a lot worse. I wonder what our opponent's thinking right now. That's a big Gust Walker. 5. Our opponent's got to have a creature here to play. But a Ketra's coming down, so... There we go, Thresher Lizard. Sure. You can have your Thresher Lizard. Still working out green cards for the commander deck. A lot of good green cards. I want to be able to balance out the white a bit. Yeah, look, I agree. Catmander doesn't seem to have enough really solid green stuff to work on the cat side. Have you thought about doing the creatures in white and a lot of the spells in the green? I know that sounds really weird, but it's the only way I can think of. Let's see. That's only 6 if we play our Aven. Our Shaven Aven. Do we want to put down a Ketra after attack, I think? Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll attack with everything. We'll exert both of those and see what our opponent does. Always yes. Okay, WZ bot, thank you for popping that up in chat. I'm going to have to remember to get rid of that. That's really weird. Cool. So 4/1, 5/5, 5/5 flyer with lifelink, and a 4/1 with first strike. So we'll eat anything my opponent has, which is great. Gonna eat my kitty. That's fine. And here I could do one of two things. Now, Flying Vigilance could potentially kill my opponent straight up, or I could catch her with Double Strike, Indestructible, which ensures that, I have something that won't die, but I'd need another creature. So we're just going to go with the Aven here. So far that's what's happening, about 12 or 30, 12 of 30. Creatures are green, so it's not bad. And symbol outnumbered green. Yeah, exactly. It feels more like a green splash, which is not ideal. Have you thought about digging into black instead? You can't really because of your commander. Because the theme deck that I was thinking of that I was going to make sometime in the future was based around things like Contagion, so anything that had a cat in the actual image. I thought that would be kind of cool. And still make it like maybe some sort of black-white deck. Wonder what our opponent's thinking right now. Come on, dude, you're on 2 life. You can either kill the Wind Guide or I win. Kill the Wind Guide? So what are you going to do? Hey, Princess. Princess has come to say hello. Hello. I don't think she wants to come up to the camera. Black also doesn't work because the best of Johnnies have green. Yeah, well, that's true. Oh, you're going to gain control of something? Sure. Okay. That's... I don't understand. Gain control of target creature until the end of turn. Untap that creature against haste. So it loses all of its enchantments? When was this a thing? Because didn't... Is this something new? Or is this just something left over in my brain from an archaic time? Because even in my opponent there was like, I'll just steal it. But apparently it drops all of its enchantments when it changed. Yeah, I don't understand. Hey, we're only running 2 black sources. That's interesting. Oh, we're only running 3 black cards, so I see why. 3 color works, but I want to give Gem something simple, not too many colors. Yeah, I agree, especially considering that land filtering is not an easy thing when you're making, budget commander decks. I don't think we really need to change this very much. I mean, we could take out some Mighty Leaps if we wanted. Maybe. Put in a Trespasser's Curse for the hilariousness, but we're not playing enough black, really. We could throw in a Bonti's Monument. We really got screwed in this draft. You should have seen it was hilarious. I actually drafted this at like 2 a.m. and then decided I wasn't going to stream because I was sitting there all night figuring out whether I wanted to stream or not. Okay, so we got a lot of really late action here. 2 flyers, but they're really late in the game. Cartouche is great. We have enough land, which makes me want to keep this hand. But without having any early action, I mean, there's a chance we could just be overrun. But I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm stupid like that. Like, quite frankly, we know our opponent's running red, which means, yeah, they're going to have stuff out, there we go, Gustwalker. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. I thought enchantments moved when the creatures do, like artifacts. So did I. That's why I'm like, they gained control of my creature. Should not the enchantments had gone with the creature as well? Like, I'm thankful they didn't, because I won the game. But that it just didn't seem right. Like, it was weird. Attack me for 1. Why are you hesitating? Yes, attack me for 1. White doesn't have anything on turn 1 that can just kill your creature, buddy. Okay, so let's play an island. Catcher, great. Let's go with Gustwalker. Give our opponent a slight little conniption fit. See if they have something that can remove it from the board. That was real weird. I don't know what happened there. Cool. Jim gave me the shout out on Twitter. What do we got? Uncrop Crusher. I love this one. Hasty annoyingness. When it attacks, exert it. Target creature can't block. Shamantic Revelation. 3 GG. Draw a card for each creature. Gain 4 life for each creature with 4 or more power. That's pretty cool. If you were going to go that route, depending on how many big creatures you're going to have in the deck, you'd probably want to play Mouth to Feed as well. I mean, it's not a kitty, I know, but it's pretty good. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of damage for me to be taking on our opponent's turn 3. A lot of damage. But that's fine. Alright, so drop a planes, drop the cartouche. I feel like I don't actually want to attack right now. I know that he's just going to make Gustwalker not be able to block, but then I'm still going to have this warrior here up to just chump something. But I don't think that that's the answer. I think the answer is just to keep attacking. I'm not going to exert. There's no point in exerting right now. 4 damage and then not having a creature for a couple of turns is just a waste of time. What are you running in the Catmander? Says Crusher J. Big Dog, welcome in. Much love, good to see you, buddy. Oh, 4 damage. No, it's crispy and fried it, and that's not great. And now it's dead. I feel sad. Yep, sure. Make your creature can't be blocked. No worries. Smack me into face for 1. Alright, cool. I feel like here I need to Start getting out as many creatures as possible. Get a catcher online. What time is it there, Crusher? It must be like, I don't know if it's 5 p.m. here or almost 5:30. Over there it must be, jeez, it'd have to be pretty early. Insult. Ah, shit. We're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble. So insult to injury is a card that basically says you don't lose. Because when you play it, you're generally going to have enough to not lose. Because it's going to be what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage all up if I can't block something. Otherwise, I'm still going to be taking like 6. Oh wait, you couldn't kill my warrior? Alright, maybe this is the one time where it gets played I don't die, I guess. $3:30 a.m. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, holy crap. That's real early. Oh, look at that. Fling. Double damage. Straight to my noggin. Bam. That's how you win with my favorite combo. Okay. So I feel like I didn't really take enough early drops to deal with what my opponent is doing. I could throw in the Ancient Crab. Okay, let's remove both the Heckma Sentinels. They're not doing anything. Let's chuck in an Ancient Crab because it's hilarious. And I think maybe those who serve, just because it's a nice big fatty 2/4. It's got a good butt on it. If that's the thing. About 10 creatures with 4 or more power. Ditch one of the Johnnies, help with the balance. So yeah, I see. Well, thank you so much for coming and catching me streaming. I'm trying out a new stream setup, pretty much, with a lot of the automated features. But Wisebot keeps reminding people how many are in chat, and that makes me really nervous. Let's see, what do we got? We got Gustwalker. Everything else is pretty late game. Only 2 lands. I think we can keep this. Famous last words. Yeah, sorry. Bots and links. But you know what? You should add Crusher on Twitter. I'll let you guys whisper each other about that one. But yeah, because Crusher is cool. Okay, Island. Gustwalker. Yay! Now we really need is a swamp. We're not really running enough. Didn't realize how much I'd love the cartouche to be coming down on turn 3. That's just bizarre. Spearmaster? Yeah, absolutely. Let's just... Do we attack or do we attack Nixard? I think attack Nixard. We want it to fly over. That's the only way we're going to be able to do it. That's fine. The hilarious part, Jamie, is that up there over on the chat, your name now becomes the top cheer because of your 100 bits. So thank you so much for that. That is the first bits that I have received on Twitch as a new affiliate. Yay! You popped my my bits cherry. How you doing? Alright, so opponent's going to attack us and exert. That's fine. Did my stuff just crash? What just happened there? Well, that didn't. I'm still getting Facebook notifications. But I think... Oh, right. They're assigning a second attacker. Sure. He decided not to exert. Yeah, I'll block that. That's fine. Congrats on the affiliate status. It's a great start. It is. Thank you so much. I'm so hyped. I'm more hyped the fact that it happened like a day before my birthday. So make of that what you will. One day you shall be partnered. Hopefully one day I shall be partnered. I have no doubt that I will be. I have no doubt that it'll be a long road. I won't do that again. I loved Enterprise, alright? Star Trek Enterprise was really good. Stop hating it. I've got one can of Dr. Pepper left, and that makes me sad. Because I really like Dr. Pepper. Well, that's the Little Witches of the Dead. Yeah, you may as well attack me. I am just not drawing any lands now. Yeah, not like this. Not like this. I'm not going to attack. I'm going to leave something up so our opponent thinks that I might potentially block. We might even lose this game. Just simply based on the fact that we got land screwed. If we hadn't, we'd have such a great board presence by now. Such a great board presence. I have a feeling 2-2, 2-2. All my stuff is basically 2-2. I'm just going to let him through. Alright, now we're starting to get lands again. It only took us, you know, what, 2 turns of not having land drops? Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna cost way too much. Another 3 turns off you. Another turn or so off you if we can get a swamp. Which we probably should have played more than 2 black sources, one of them being a tap land, I guess. Let's go with an elite. The opponent's got 2 cards in hand. It's not great for us because that Thresh is about to come off 4-4. We can probably block off either 2 Watches of the Dead or straight up get rid of the Prowler. Okay, never mind. Our opponent can just burn one of our creatures out because, you know, that's a thing that's going to happen. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put me on 3. I think we just need to block off one of these guys. I think we really have a choice. Guys, girls, it. Watch of the Dead. Doesn't... Yeah, it's not really going to tell me. 5. We're going to die next turn, pretty much. Yeah. Or we could die sooner than that. Because Fling is amazing at doing its thing. Fling and prowess. If I drafted worse, I'd be doing better. That seems to be the way. The last draft that I did, which was surprisingly off cam, actually did really well. And it was really weird because I think I went 2-1. I didn't lose until like the very last one. From here, go with our 2-3. Alright, this might help us establish a bit more board control. Unless our opponent has some burn. We'll see. We'll see. Still got another 2 games to go, really, if we wanted to go that far. It's 5:37 now. My partner doesn't get home until probably 6:45, which gives us enough time that we can keep doing our thing. I think I'm just going to block the 2-2. No doubt our opponent will have a way to kill off the Wind Guide, no? Huh. Okay, well that was interesting. I'm going to cartouche, I think. because I want to draw into more land. Start drafting by forcing mono lands, and then pick up anything else that's how you'd win Khans. Yes, well, this isn't a 5-color Khans of Tarkir format where you have nothing but morph. This is terrible. Alright, great. So, forgot its vigilance too. So, that's a thing. Started smacking our opponent in the face for 3. Taking a little bit more of that board dominance back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not out of the woods yet. We've got 2 more lands until we can drop Seraph the Suns. We need a black source to drop a final reward, a black source to drop the Cartouche. The Ketra doesn't matter at the moment. I think Tarkrop Elite's probably going to be a lot better to drop to get that extra flying damage in and sailing over the top. Plus, when you exert it, all creatures you control get +1/+1, so it's great for dropping later on with Oketra. Especially you exert it, and if they're not blocking Oketra, they're taking like 8 damage. So they've got to block Oketra. You earn 1 point every minute. What? Stupid bot, that was supposed to be 10 points. There should be a gamble function on those points, I think. Gambleton. Let's try that. It doesn't say what you're gambling. It's not supposed to be points, it's supposed to be kittens. It was a hilarious Buffy throwback from like 2 in the morning from from talking with Urban Neurosis. Hey, I didn't do my usual sign-in, so just in case people are wondering, hi, my name is Cheshire Plays Games. You can find me here at Cheshire Plays Games or Cheshire Plays over on the Twitter. Please add me to Twitter. I love talking to people. And if you add me and start talking to me, there is no doubt in my mind that I will return that favor, and I'll be extremely chatty. Because chatting is fun, and getting to know new people is fun, and building networks is what it's all about if I wanted to be the douchebaggy network type person. I just like talking to people. Uh-oh, we are on 3 life. What is that? Deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls where X is the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. What do you be... What? Fling Electrify. So you'd be able to deal 2 damage to the elite, I guess? Yes. Okay, sure. More planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 1 off getting the Seraph out. So let's... Nope. Let's just attack with the Wind Guide. Let's pump down a Sparring Mummy. Are you my mummy? See what our opponent has in store. I just expected that they would have been able to draft the red trial, which is really a horrible thing. Ancient Crab. Give y'all crabs, y'all. So Ketra's going to come online real soon, which is great. I probably actually should have played a Ketra over the crab, because then next turn I would have just been able to go crabbing. A Ketra would have been straight up. Dementing Voice? Sure. Always yield. I wonder how many flings our opponent got. I think the next draft session will be the last of my MTGO tickets for now. And I won't have any more for probably a good month at this point. Because new phone bill and stuff came in. That's the weird thing. I don't think Goals is showing I'm going to do the bad. I'm going to have a look at the screen, which is going to double it up. Goals doesn't seem to be showing up where it should. That's really weird. Part of the screen looks like it's cutting off for some reason. It's not showing everything. Why is that? It's like showing part of the screen. Because I didn't have it all the way up, and now it looks stupid. I'm smart. Look at how smart I am. I'm the smartest smarter pants you ever seen. Probably run some budget commander decks and stuff sometime soon. Okay, so what we really don't want to see is when our opponent gets the make it 2 or less power unblockable, because that would spell doom for us. Now here I want to play the Oketra, but I feel like the Seraph is going to be the better choice, simply because it's indestructible and it's flying, which means that next turn, well, I mean really, if our opponent doesn't kill us on this particular turn, then we should win. There we go. Chat's back up. We did. We won. Holy crap. Yay! Alright. Let's edit that deck and let's have a look. We really wanted more black in there, but at the same time, we didn't really want to dilute the deck. Anointed Priest is such a waste in this deck, but I'm going to leave it in. These Sentinels, they're going to do nothing. I'm taking both of those out. Let's put in an Ancient Crab because it's hilarious, and of those who serve because, again, big butt. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Yay for wins! I'll go hunting for Melways. Oh, right, on how to get here on the weekend, sure. I think that was fine other than that, wasn't it? Save the deck. So this is an intermediate draft as well. This isn't like friendly draft or anything like that. So I should technically be playing with people on a similar skill level to myself, which is cool. I tell you what, though, in the draft itself, I certainly wasn't playing with people with the same skill level. Otherwise, people would have realized that the colors that I was drafting, the signals I was sending, and no one knew. So people always wonder about my involvement with Magic over the years and who I actually am, considering I seem to know everyone, apparently, which is really true, but it's because of the whole, networking with people and stuff. I've been playing Magic for many, many years. The first booster/box we opened was beta, way, way back with a whole bunch of friends that I lost contact with. Then I traded a 1978 Spider-Man Strikes Back movie poster. Not even kidding. It was a long poster because here in Australia they were like skinny and long, not the big portrait posters that you get over in the US. Draft red, always draft red. If you can't draft red, you drop. Yeah, pretty much. But I traded that for a revised gift box, and then I ended up buying 2 more revised gift boxes and learning how to play the game properly. Had some friends that played for a little while then that ended up giving up, and once they gave up, Tongue Crop Elite, Cartouche, I'm going to keep this hand, I don't care. And then I stopped playing again until, I want to say, maybe Weatherlight? I don't exactly remember. It was a pretty long pause. But I remember Weatherlight was one that we bought a whole lot of single boosters for, which was stupid. But back then buying boxes was not as expensive as it is now, but not readily available. There weren't card shops and stuff everywhere for you to buy stuff from, so it was kind of a real tragedy of a situation. Australia didn't start getting any real tournaments until Mirage Blocks, I want to say. I think like most of the world probably, but I mean even local tournaments weren't happening. Um, but I was there to see that start, which is really interesting. Purple, yes, purple. I love the color purple. You can't draft red, draft purple. Um, each player discards a card. Sure, I'll discard one of my planes because I've got way too many of them. And then I started working for a card store when I moved to Brisbane from the Gold Coast. And that would have been, I want to say Mirage Visions era, because as the card store opened, Michael Mill's card store, and they used to run some of the biggest tournaments in Australia. So that was really interesting. They were interesting times indeed. Aftermath. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yep, cool. The first one, an instant start. Yes. Okay, great. And then from there, I started playing in tournaments and stuff. Originally, it wasn't you didn't have DCI numbers and stuff because it just wasn't available to Australia. Once it was available to Australia, I started playing in qualifiers and stuff like that. They had different names back then as well, but there was a number of really great tournaments on. We will credit sells someone one white tokens. There we go. And then from there, I just was grinding in like PTQs and stuff the whole time, and never really made it to any of the larger stages where I'd love to make it. And that'll come with, like it's going to take time. Everything takes time, and that's fine. I think that's the major thing that people need to remember is that Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was anything else. But it'll take time before I'm even back up to where I was because, like everyone else, I've taken some hiatuses. I've been still writing about Magic the Gathering and stuff like that, which I do at stickytricker.com at the moment. And still obviously doing the streaming and all the YouTube and stuff, but I do take hiatuses. I don't think I will be anymore. I'm too heavily invested now at this point, simply because Drafting Bad's taking off, Commander the Gathering's taking off, and so many other projects that I'm running around Magic, with the help of Wizards as well. So getting them aware that yes, Australia is a thing, and yes, Australians play Magic, and yes, we'd like a little bit more support when it comes to acts and stuff like that. Something happened. I got a new follower. Silasari, how are you not following me before? That makes no sense. What? Why did that come up as a new follower? Oh, yeah, let me get this. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, buddy. Yield. Nope. I didn't get any dinner. So, opponent's attacking us. But yeah, so basically, when it comes to streaming and stuff, we here in Australia want to make sure that people are aware that we're out there. That stuff is getting done, especially by us. We are doing a lot of work. That would be myself and people from AUSTREAM. So, obviously, Silasari, Solaris. I'm never going to say it right. I don't even care at this point. MP numbers, of course, streaming, and Coops from the whole box and dice, and we're all just basically trying to make a difference because the more that we keep playing, the more that we keep recording and streaming, the more Wizards takes notice that Australia actually can have a community and that we are building that community. What should I get? What should we get for dinner, guys? And girls. Silasari. Silasari? Slasry? Slasry. That's better, right? You were hosting me but not following me. But you had me on your auto host. That's so weird. But yay, new followers. Okay. Are we gonna block anything, or are we just gonna let it through? We're just gonna let it through, aren't we? Yeah, screw it. Whatever. See how our opponent feels about that. Food. What do we want for dinner? Meat. It's fine. Didn't we say yes? Okay, good. This is money. Yep. Are you my mummy? Every time that is played, it should play a soundbite that says, "Are you my mummy?" Because that would be amazing. All right, so we can't play the ancient crab. We've only got one. We've only got one vigilance token, so we could play the wind guide. But I feel like instead what I want to do is I just want to put this cartouche on this cat, but it's already a 2/2 with lifelink. So I think that we will go with the wind guide, perhaps, just in case. 3/3 and a 2/4. Just make you a 3/3. That's not really great. But this one would make you a 3/4. Later on, we could put it on the Seraph, which would be amazing. I feel like we want to try and start getting some life back. It doesn't give first strike, does it? No, just lifelink. So let's put it on the fly. Why not? Yeah, okay. Our opponent has disconnected. So they just lost connection to the game, which is great because that means that we can talk more, which is fantastic. All right, so MTGO stream. So if you follow us on Twitch at MTGO stream to keep up to date with the various people who are included in that particular group. The other thing to note is that we do run things like the recent MTGO sealed showdown, which was our way of doing a streamer showdown here in Australia. Because again, not really supported by Wizards, which is a shame. But we're going to show them that the Australian community exists, and that we deserve to get some coverage. Which is one of the reasons why on Saturday we're doing Armageddon Drafting Bad live. Which means you get to see this live. Me doing this with actual people. So I have semi-selected, I'll explain that in a second, 5 people from the community, that is. So it'll be myself and 5 others. The reason that I say it the way that I do is because we wanted all-inclusive. And this means that we wanted people from different walks of life. We didn't want just like, 6 white dude bros doing dude bro stuff, because let's admit it, it's boring. No one wants to see that. Let's make this sparring mummy into a 2/2. So yeah, so there's going to be myself, my friend Mitch from Double Jump, not in an official Double Jump capacity, of course, but he does like video game and card game and board game PR stuff. So he's a really cool guy. He does theater and stuff like that as well. Let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 5. I mean, we could exert, give all of our creatures +1/+1. Yeah, you know what? Let's not do that. Just gonna gain us some life back, basically. Then there's going to be Premicat, the YouTuber and streamer and podcaster, is going to be with us. Then there is going to be Meglin from, I don't remember her site name, and I should probably get used to her site name that she's now starting up because she's broken away from her previous site, which was on Joy FM, which is a local LGBT radio station. Yeah, radio station. I was like, do we still even call those places radio stations? Because are they really on the radio anymore? Our opponent's disconnected again. Cool, that's fine. And then her flatmate is going to be on as well, which is fantastic. And his boyfriend, as far as I'm aware, is also going to be there. We then also have Peter Sharples, and I'll make sure I'm actually pronouncing surname correct because surnames I do really, really poorly. Let's have a quick look. Just want to make sure I'm saying your surname right, Peter. Card Science. Card Science, thank you. Yes, from Card Science. Is it .com or .com.au? Anyway, follow Card Science on Twitter. Do it. Yes, Sharples. Peter Sharples. So Peter Sharples will be coming in and being our live producer and our driver, because we've got to go all the way from Mooney Ponds to Dandenong, which is like an hour and a bit, basically. And we can't train it, especially considering that we're taking my my gaming PC that I'm currently streaming on over there with our massive display that we're using as well. And a lot of little incidental bits and pieces that have to come with us. So hopefully that's going to be a thing, because Wizards apparently are going to be watching, and we want to try and get as many people watching as possible because it's going to be a great show. It's going to be 3 rounds. It's going to be 6 people. I'm probably going to have a hand cam on me to start off with. There's going to be little segments in between. Unfortunately, I was trying to get like the little cuts that the Wizards were doing on YouTube. You're like, this is cycling, but they didn't get back to me, so I might have to do some of my own, which means they're probably going to be bodgy, and I apologize in advance. But I've also reached out to some recent gaming style Kickstarters, not for games. I want to make this perfectly clear. I am not going to bump your games, but if you're doing anything that's community, anything that's based around awareness of depression and stuff like that. I suffer from depression myself. My partner suffers from depression. I think 99% of my friends suffer from depression. If you've got something that is happening around that particular scene, then if I'm doing live events around the same time, I'm going to ask you for your trailer so that I can put your 5-minute trailer up as a buffer in between segments of us drafting and us playing and things like that. Because I think that is great, and I really love to see people actually assisting the community. Why is it calling people out on the stream? Don't do that, you stupid bot. King Ender 13, welcome, much love, come in, welcome in, all that sort of stuff. Hang out, have yourself some fun, and watch me play really terribly, because it does happen. Oh, speaking of, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so 4, 8, 12, 16 damage. Yeah, okay. Should have known that that was going to happen. Yeah, bots. I've been trying to... Frustrating, wonderful. That's right, they are, because it's calling out how many people are actually in stream and stuff as well, and I really don't like that. But I've been trying to fool around with them because it's about time that I actually did that. I could put a Cryptic Serpent in here. I don't think we're really playing enough instants and stuff. No, we're playing mostly enchantments. We'll just leave the deck as it is. Used to play the actual cards. How's the game? Actual cards, really good. Game is still really good. A lot of differences depending on where you stopped playing. Such as a really big one is there's no longer just one main phase, there's 2. There's no more damage on the stack. There's so many changes that you're probably not going to be used to, but it's good. It's really good. I am thoroughly enjoying playing Magic, and I encourage everyone. If you want to know how to save money and not spend money all the time on Magic, the trick is to basically just play Commander or a format like that that doesn't really change, um, which is fine. I mean, Commander's great, so everyone should be playing Commander anyway. 2014. Oh, okay. So that would have been after the last major rules update anyway. There wouldn't have been damage on the stack. There would have been two main phases and stuff like that. So be fine. Lifelink 2/2 now. Gonna attack me with your cat? You gonna attack me with your cat? I'm gonna block it. You're gonna attack me with your... Okay, sure. Still gonna block it. You're all tapped out. There's nothing you can do. You don't have Death Touch. I'm gonna just block you 2/2. You have to pay for cards packs. You do, yes. For all of those things, unfortunately, when you're playing online. So it is not a free-to-play game. Which is really weird because you think that they would have gone that way, but because it was out before most of the free-to-play games, I can't understand. Here, I feel like I'm gonna go with the Spearmaster, and hopefully my Spearmaster lasts at least a turn. Because if I can slap the cartouche on there and make it a 4/2 flyer, then we're gonna be ending this game and wrapping it up real quick. I need to get MTG bot in here. Yes, absolutely. That is something that I've been thinking about working on as well. I'm going to take your damage. I don't feel like I'm going to block your cat. King Ender, thank you so much for the follow. That's weird because it should have played a noise and it didn't. Oh well, doesn't matter. Miasmic Mummy. There's the noise. It just came up. I feel like I could just chuck the Wing Guide really, but let's get rid of the Skirmisher. Hello? Yes. Slowing down a bit. Pokemon's still really good. Pokemon doesn't require you to really have any ties in regards to spending money and stuff like that. So that is something definitely worth looking into. It is something else that I do stream now and again when I have time, which is few and far between these days. See, where do we want to put the cartouche? I was going to put it on the Spearmaster. Yeah, let's still put it on the Spearmaster. Why not? Probably shouldn't have bothered playing land just in case. Yes, we want to draw a card, absolutely. I think I'm just going to hit my opponent for 4, to be honest. Then we'll just yield. Hello. There you go, King Ender 13. So we say one good follower is as good as another. I don't know what that means. I don't usually say that at all. That's just me trying to be funny. And failing. Spiring Mummy, sure. Untapping your Miasmic Mummy, sure. Spiring Mummy in Limited has been a surprise in how good it is. I was running a Mummy tap deck in the last draft and it was amazing. just so fantastic. Mummies. Who would have guessed that zombies would have been real good, in both standard and limited? Like, what? When does that even happen? Our opponent's disconnected again. Yay! So, things and staffs. That happened. Probably need to actually plug my phone in for some charging. Would probably be a great idea, because I keep forgetting. Which is real helpful. So I wonder how long it's going to take our opponent to come back online this time. Do 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 do. I just feel like I need to have something to put in here, whether it should be like some sort of cut or something. I'm not real sure. What is going on around the traps? Make sure. Yeah, okay, gotcha. That I'm not missing anything important. Cool. Yeah, so it's been really interesting. It was really caught me off guard. I mean, that Dark Salvation spiked. Yeah, Dark Salvation was a weird one, like, because it was like all of a sudden, oh, mummies are playable. Crap. Um, which is good because I had a whole heap of Dark Salvations left over from when I cracked them, like physical ones. And watching them go up on buy lists, I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess now's a good time to get rid of them. So yeah. Yes, making it the most expensive card in Penny Dreadful by a margin. Absolutely. You reckon our opponent's disconnected again? No, they haven't. Yield. Great. Okay, so opponent's pretty much just outvaluing us right now. So um, I'm thinking I mean, we could really go the Bird Warrior, Tongue Crop Elite. Let's go with the Elite. Fine. Note to self: go in and change Wisebot so that it doesn't do Shire like that. It shouldn't even be announcing new followers. I turned that off. So new followers should only be popping up in the actual stream window itself and not in chat. But obviously it did not get the memo. Okay, so I could attack my opponent for the 4. We'll leave it up to make our opponent think we'll block with it, which I'm sure our opponent knows we won't block with it. So I think we'll just attack our opponent with it anyway. I wonder if I'm dropping frames or something, because something here isn't feeling right. No dropping frames. No. So the reason that Commander the Gathering isn't up from the weekend on the YouTube, the second half, for some reason, after it disconnected and went back on, bugged out really badly. So the audio doesn't match up with video. It's almost like it re-looped the video itself, which is terrible. But I don't want to do that from my phone again. I ended up with a $300 phone bill, so That was worth it. That was worth all of our time and effort. It happens. But it is frustrating. So our opponent's going to be grabbing some life back here. I should have actually blocked that stupid cat. What was I thinking? But that's fine. Ugh, fan bearer. Never, never, ever want to see fan bearers. Ever. Still not getting any... Okay, that's fine. I think we're going to have to... No. Actually, we want to go with the Gust Walker. Because we want 2 left over for the Mighty Leap. And then we're not going to attack with anything because we want to knock out at least something our opponent controls. We'll see what they decided to tap down. Yeah, it's a real shit, but I guess, you know, it's bound to happen sooner or later. And it's an expensive lesson on why Optus Mobile is a piece of crap. At least there was, you know, people in chat at the time, people watching on Twitch, so... Brad will be on hiatus again, I think in June. He'll be going over to the US for E3. So that's another thing that I'll have to take into account. Unknown to Priest for the save. Yay. Fetid Bulls. As much as I want to play it, I think I'm actually going to cycle it. Oh, no, actually, oh, man. We need the black sauce. Ah, no, not yield. Wrong one. Turn off auto yield. We don't want to do that. Undo. Undo. Fetid Bulls into play. Now, let's see what our opponent does here, because I have a feeling they're not going to tap anything down. Or you'd be a fool to tap anything down at this point. Our opponent really does have a good strangle on the game. So you're better off waiting until the end step and locking something down that way, and then during the attack phase, looking to lock down something else during the declare attackers. Because that way you can knock out 2 of my big guys. Just leave a 1-3 and a 2-2, and then run me over with the 3-3. Or not. That's fine. And then stop me hitting you for 4, that's definitely a way to do it. I mean, you're on 19, I would have just weathered the 4 damage, to be honest. Unless my opponent was worried that I was... No. Exert Tarkrop, maybe? I guess. We'll block the cat again on the priest. Yep, just like that. What? It's been a little weird. And it is cold. Melbourne is cold. I think after this I'm going to go and jump into my Jimmy Jams. I'm an adult, I can call them Jimmy Jams. Alright, Island. Even Wind Guide. So I wonder what our opponent proposes to do now. They're obviously going to probably lock down, yep, the same crop guy again, sure. I think then I'm just going to attack with just the Gust Walker and not exert it to try and goad our opponent into blocking it. Didn't fall for it. Again, you're on like 21 life, you're going to take the 2 damage. There's very, very rarely a situation where you think that you need to take one of your mummies and block it. Ooh, a binding mummy. Excuse me. Best zombie in the game. Best zombie in the game. Yeah, sure. You go ahead and lock down my big guy. Okay, that's a little bit different. Really pushing through this time, aren't you? Okay. So, we're going to use the elite to block the sparring mummy, the priest to block the cat. Come on, pass priority. Our opponent has one card in hand. The chances are that that is some sort of removal. I don't think it's going to be, but our opponent's now disconnected again. Let's quickly grab the stuff. So being an affiliate's interesting. As you can see up in the chat there, Big Bad Kaiju gave me 100 credits, or 100 bits, I should say. I don't know why you wouldn't call them credits. I guess because they're bits, which means it's like $1, I think. I don't know how it really works. I haven't looked into it. But it's cool because I feel like all that hard work that I've been doing since January is now starting to finally pay off, which is really good. It's called I Need to Wash Up. So I need to like completely rescape everything you see. There should be a goal thing up the top of my webcam that's not there for some reason. When you follow me, you can see things pop up. When you give me bits, things pop up, and it looks all pretty, but some of the stuff just needs to be changed a little bit more so that it works properly. And so that you get the best possible viewer experience and you know exactly where I'm up to and what I'm doing. And everyone keeps telling me in Discord that I need to that I need to get into Diablo again, which I just don't. I don't have the time with a full-time job. That's just don't. If I did, shite. It'd be amazing. That's really frustrating. That opponent disconnected, and then that is just. I could have taken out the freaking mummy. Well, that's what happens, unfortunately. Grumble, 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 grumble. Hey, look, we got another island. Yay! And what are we going to do here? Because I feel like we don't want to attack. We just want to leave everything up and open just in case. Especially now that we're only on 6th life. It's only going to cost me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Anointed Priest will give me life back, so that's a plus at least. We've got 3 mana open. We can still play a Mighty Leap on something if we need to. Also means that thanks to the Aven Wing Guide, the Tarkrop Skirmisher is also flying in Vigilance. So means next turn it'll be able to attack without worry of being blocked. And still being up for being a blocker if our opponent doesn't tap it down. So our opponent's going to attack with everything. Not everything. I wouldn't attack with a Binding Mummy either if I was you. Just saying. Okay, so we're going to use the Anointed Priest on the cat again, like normal. We're going to use probably the Avon Guide on the Miasmic Mummy. Actually, the Anointed Priest on the Sparring Mummy, because we do want the priest to die. The Gust Walker on the Kitty Cat, because we don't care. We do care about this dying, don't we? Let's go with the Flying Vigilance token on the Kitty Cat to kill the Kitty Cat, just to watch it die, because our opponent's going to embalm it anyway. Now, let's see what tricks you do have. Exile target creature was blocked. No! No, that's not what we wanted to see. Okay, so in that case, we will... Crap. I always forget about Time to Reflect. Alright, so we'll pump up our Skirmisher with a 2-2. What do you want me to call? Stake, maybe? It's been a while. Alright. Well, that's really frustrating, because now we won't get the token either. But our Anointed Priest has gone off to the graveyard, so that we'll be able to get it back. Flying Vigilance! I just feel like everything we do here has been turning a corner. Let's bring the priest back. Is it 4? 4. So we're getting life back. Don't feel like I really want to attack into anything. Our opponent's going to tap down a flyer. We're going to eat 3 regardless. Brrr. We're probably going to lose this one, and that's fine. Bad to happen. Bad to happen. That's why this is drafting bad. Sure, you can get your kitty back. Oh, you know, I forgot that tap stuff down too. Good one. Nice. Because it comes back as a zombie, which is not something that I actually thought about at all. Whoops. Tap down my Anointed Priest? Sure. Well, my opponent can't kill me this time, but they can certainly come very close. Very close indeed. So the question is, what am I going to block? Oh, you're actually going to attack the Binding Mummy as well? That makes me a bit wary. Okay, so I'm going to use you on the Binding. You are just going to have to go on one of these 3/3s because it doesn't even matter, because I'm still going to eat 6, putting me on 2. And then I'm not going to have enough creatures left, and I'm pretty much going to die. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Taps it down, and I get run over by everything else regardless. Flying's just going to come through and kill me. Going to be able to tap down the spearmen really easily. I think we'll just concede. One up, one down. Alright, cool. Well, look, I have to go and do some stuff like washing up so that I can cook steak tonight. Because it's my turn to cook. And that means, that after my very long, lazy day that I've had today, and it's been so lazy, it's been so good, that I will love you and I will leave you. Not necessarily in that order. So thank you so much for hanging out. I'm excited. This has been basically like stream number 2 of me being an affiliate. Technically speaking, stream number 2. Really like stream number 3. I mean, this is my first solo one as a solo affiliate, which is great. But Drafting Bad is on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Please tune in for that because it's going to be big. There's going to be booster giveaways. There's going to be Planeswalker deck giveaways and a deck builder's toolkit to give away as well. Whether that be all given away on the day or whether it's cross between that and YouTube, we haven't even decided yet. But that's how I'm going to announce how you can win prizes and booster packs and stuff, because this is a great set, and I bought some extra stuff just specifically for you, the community. So I hope that you really enjoy it. And other than that, I think that is pretty much going to do it. So I will sign off and keep cracking packs. Where did I put it? Where did I put it?